1, 2, 3. All right. Welcome back to our... I don't know how to start this.
Here we go again.
So welcome back to our podcast. This is going to be episode 2 of our podcast. For those of you just joining, you can find us on SoundCloud now. We'll have the link to the description below. Of course, my name is Justin.
And I'm Kaptionz.
And yeah, let's just get started. So the first podcast, went actually pretty well.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of talking, jibber jabber.
Yeah, finding out where we need to improve on some things, camera angles, as well as sound quality, things like that.
It only gets better in time.
Yeah.
And saying that I need to get closer to the fucking mic, right?
Yeah. Because I'm already loud, so, I don't really have to... My voice is, according to Airboss, he could hear me loud and clear.
I'm not a loud person. I mumble a lot, but it's not my fault. It's just what I do.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So what do we talk about today? What did you do today?
I really didn't do anything, honestly, man. We were just, I was just tired from last night from setting up the channel, setting up all that stuff, getting ready to make this thing actually happen. So this morning it was just... I ate on base because, I'm broke and I had to eat for free, so there was that.
How are you broke?
Bro.
You were looking at buying a $100 mic at
I know,
Best
but,
Buy.
Sometimes you gotta sacrifice some things, but, man, I'm just terrible with money management. It's not even funny. I'll have, a good, $1,000-something. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save this, and I just completely spend all of it on stuff I know I do not need.
Well, I have a video coming for you. My next video is about money management for the new year. So tune in at Kaptionz.
and it's funny because I've talked to you about money management before.
Yeah, a ton.
A ton of times. And you're giving me solid advice, putting in just money and not touching it. And I did that, but I touched it so I could get this camera that we're recording on.
Didn't we talk about this? Then we're like, hey, you just need your phone to really do things.
Yeah, but, that's true. I mean, phones, work really well. It's just, I think it's just an aesthetic thing. A lot of YouTubers, you can't be a real YouTuber with recording on your phone.
Who?
I'm just saying, though.
They say the best camera that you own is the one the best camera to use is the one that you own. So, if you just own your phone, you're fine.
I mean, that's true, but,
That's multiple YouTubers started out with, that Logitech?
Yeah, the Logitechs, a lot of the webcams.
Yeah. That was $60.
Horrible quality.
Whatever.
But it got them famous, and then over years, whenever they actually were making money off YouTube, they were able to buy all this amazing equipment.
We gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, man, the funny thing is, when we were talking about starting the podcast, we were like, oh, let's look into these podcast bundles, with mixing boards, with all this, 2 microphones, all this crap. And then you just came up to me like, dude, I got a microphone and my iPad. Let's just try that, and it worked well.
Easy day. One microphone, one iPad.
Yeah.
Honestly,
works. Whenever I do move and everything, I'm just gonna get a mic, the same setup, and it'll work perfectly.
Yeah, we'll probably just have to do Skype and stuff like that when me and you want to podcast together, and not when you have your guests or whatever.
Yeah. So. And I'm sure we could figure out a way to do that, but yeah, I just am horrible with money. I try being better, and it's funny because I always preach to other people about their spending habits, yet I don't follow my own damn advice.
It's like that golden rule of life, take your own advice in a way. So if you live by that, you should be great.
Yeah, because the biggest excuse I get people oh, why do you spend so much? I'm like, I get all my bills out of the way. They're all covered, all that stuff is good. So I'm like, let me just spoil myself a little bit, and then I spoil myself too much. There's been times I have actually saved a good amount of money, but now it's just all gone.
And how I see it, you should save. You should definitely save.
Yeah.
Because I told you about my current situation right now. I haven't been paid in 2 months.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I saved, but now that I saved that money and I have that savings, or whatever your benchmark is for your savings, I try to do half a year of bills, projected bills of saving, and then I stop saving. And I just started investing in myself. Like, I'm not going to hit there with, like, all these charts of investing in, like, cryptocurrency and Apple, Tesla. I don't care about any of that. I'm still a young man, so I do like to spend money, as you know.
Yeah, I know.
But
you spend more than I do, and you still have more than I freaking do.
But you save, you live like no one else. You save for a little bit. I get my 6 months of wages. 6 months of bills saved up, put it in my little billing account. So I actually never worry about paying my bills for half the year.
Yeah.
And then I go crazy.
Yeah.
And all that. It's just great. But I've been using this app, and it's gonna be my next video, man. And it's a gym. I don't know if it's on Android products, but on Apple, if you have an iPhone, which I know you don't, it is a gym. I'm not gonna talk about it because I need to make a video about it. But
yeah.
It is dude, it's awesome. It is awesome. It's so good. It like really changed my whole. I used to be like Excel sheets, categories, the envelope, cash system, and stuff like that. Separate bank accounts, and then. Actually, I was explaining this to my sister and she's like, why don't you just download this app? I was like, what? And I don't do any of that anymore, and I save more money, and I spend less money, but I still get the things I have. Like, I got the Nifty 50. It was only $125, but I got it.
Yeah.
And I haven't been paid for 2 months, and I'm not like struggling, but hopefully, dude, if I don't get paid this upcoming paycheck, someone's getting their ass whooped.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, it was so weird that they did that. Like, they should have, like I said before, done it in increments. Like, hey, take a little bit from your check, take a little bit from your check until it's paid back. Especially since you have a while before you even come close to getting out.
Yeah, well, it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's already done now.
Yeah, it's already done, but it's just like, it was dumb for that, but...
Let's not even talk about
it. Yeah.
It's going to piss me off.
But my thing, too, with the whole financial stuff is, like, I just, by the end of my career, want to at least be just debt-free. Because all I have is my car and my credit card. The credit card is going to be paid off probably by the end of this year, hopefully.
Awesome. And you get your reenlistment bonus, right?
Yeah, so, all of it's going to go to that. Like, I'm not going to have any of that money for me. So it's going to be, like, the $6,000 I get up front, and then whatever I get in income tax, that's all going to my credit card, just strictly there. It's not even going to go to me. And then, just... try paying it off by then. But it sucks that the reason why I maxed that shit out.
No, I've been there too, man.
Yeah.
It happens so fast and you don't even notice.
Yeah, but
it's like, all right, I can pay for all my food. I remember I got my first credit card when I was 17. My mom helped me get it because she was like, hey, I just want to put some responsibility in your life and all that other stuff. I want to start building your credit. I was like, cool. And then I was, being rebellious, and I started paying, like, I think I was working at Sonic at this time, and I was making tons of money on tips, like a ton of money on tips, like $150 a day. And, instead of spending cash, I was like, it's easier, just, go get gas, put my card in, swipe the card, or go to GameStop, swipe the card, or do this and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I get paid, I'm just going to pay it back. And I ended up using my cash to pay for other shit. And I never paid it back. And it was like, okay, I got $1,000. I still got like $7,000 because it was $8,000 credit line. Whatever. So then it's like, oh, graduated from high school. Now I gotta like go do shit with my friends. I gotta go buy all this shit. I got into Magic the Gathering.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Let's just get in that real quick.
What's up?
How bad it was. Yeah. Like, how much did you spend?
So, there's a way you can, I used to pay for all my online, my MTGO, Magic the Gathering online orders. Not physical, real cards, but just digitized coding cards through PayPal. So there's this feature in PayPal where you can separate your buyers and senders, right? So, whoever that you bought from, you can separate, like eBay category, Amazon category, MTGO category, right? So I use this site called cardhoarders.com. So I was like looking at that, like, how much have I spent on just online Magic, right? And I replicated 4 decks, and I I've drafted maybe hundreds of hours online, and a draft is usually like, I think it's $9 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I hit the little button, and it gives these categories where it's just like, oh, you spent $24 here, $9 here, and whatever. And then I played this deck called Birthing Pod. If you guys are Magic fans, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Like, ooh, he got money. I paid for that deck online, I paid for it in real life, which is like $2,000. 75 cards, sleeves up, $2,000 for this deck. It was amazing. Online, it was about like 900. So I'm looking at these microtransactions, right? So I'm just like, I'm smart. I can whip out my calculator. So I'm here, 24 here, 9 here, $120 here, etc., etc. And it was like, I think it was like $8,000 online. That's it.
Oh,
but that's only online. So I'm pretty positive I spent twice as much in person going to Friday Night Magics all the time. That's every Friday I went for a whole year. So we have 52 weeks in a year, right? Times $15 for a draft. So you can do that math. What is it? So 52 will just...
Bro, I suck at math.
Hold on, we can do it. So 52, 15. So this is all you have to do. You just drop the 5, put the 0. So that's $520. Then you have to... Where's the... You have a calculator on that thing, right?
I got a calculator on my phone. All right.
We're not stupid.
We're
doing... I just don't feel like doing mental math.
Oh, I'm now. Stupid. So it's 52 times what?
15.
So that's $780.
$780. And I probably did that. I know I went for a solid year straight in 2000. It was PIA time. So
2015.
2015.
Yeah.
So
2015.
Yeah. So I went for that whole year straight, 2015, and I played a ton in 16 as well. And I had to quit in 17 because I was like, I am wasting so much money.
Yeah.
And that's like when I really was like, dude, I need to get my fucking life together. I'm like living paycheck to paycheck. And being in the military, people think that, hey, we have a ton of money. No, we don't.
Yeah, we really don't.
We don't. There's a reason why they have a galley on the boat for us to eat, and they have living quarters because they give us just enough money to skate by and get a car, pay your cell phone bills. So have a car for transportation, have a phone for communication, and then everything else, they will technically clothe you, whatever, and give you shelter and some food, but it's pretty sad, honestly.
Yeah.
I demand more money.
I mean, that's the biggest thing, it's funny because, they were talking about the whole minimum wage and wanting to raise that. And I'm like, you're doing minimal work, so why are you going to get paid more than a lot of people in a professional setting? Like, CNAs, MAs, things like that. They have to get certificates, go to schooling or whatever to do that stuff. And they only get paid, I want to say the most I've ever seen in Texas is $12 maybe an hour.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, we'll look that up. But, it's just crappy, government officials, I'm not just going to even say military, all government officials, teachers, post office workers, firefighters, police,
So CNA salary and what?
Just put minimum wage. We could do it for, generally speaking.
So nurse assistant and orderlies, minimum pay annually is $25,710. This is as of 2015.
Oh, wow.
And
pretty old stats.
Yeah. I'm trying to see how much does the CN make hourly in 2017. So hourly benchmarks. This comes from workchrome.com. It says it is May 2017, and the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Statistics?
Yeah, that word. That was rough. Reports an annually hour wage of $13.72 for nursing assistants.
Okay, so close to where I was at, but
yeah, about $28,540 a year.
Yeah, and it's funny because I think we heard about some McDonald's employees getting about $15 an hour.
Yeah,
and I understand if you're a person that's having to provide for your family and stuff like that, you do need more money. I completely understand that, but at the same time, if you're working in a professional like that, you should not be getting paid that much. I'm sorry. Especially, I've been to McDonald's a bunch of times. I mean, that's evident by my weight. But like,
I don't
but
know
like, you know, they always get the orders wrong. It's automated now. Like, you don't even have to go to the register anymore to order. Like, they have like,
I've
like
seen
at
those
Sonic
things.
to where you could just plug it in.
Yeah.
Like, someone brings it out. I'm just like, y'all want $15 for this shit? Like, are you kidding me? When like there's firefighters, police officers, teachers that get really underpaid.
Dude, you know what? So before the military, I worked at Sonic. It was my first job.
Mm-hmm.
I quit that to full time because I was EMT while working at Sonic. And then when I turned 18, I was allowed to go to EMTI, and I got hired on. And I was like, dude, we do all this work. We save all these lives, and we're put in all these dangerous situations. And I made like, I think it was $11.50 an hour.
Oh man!
I was like, what is going? I'm in Louisiana, which is what minimum wage is $7.25.
Yeah.
But I was like, just $11.50 an hour. This is crazy, and I'm working like 16-hour days sometimes.
Yeah, like you're running on steam each time.
I was like, man, this is not me, and I love that job. I think honestly, once we go to Washington, I'm going to get certified as a paramedic up there because I still have a base foundation of knowledge of but you know, medicine changes, and I haven't did that in like, I wouldn't say medicine, but practice changes, so I haven't did that in about 4 years since I joined. But I was just like, man, this is not it. So I got a hookup to go be a Class B electrician at Boise. Hated my life, but I was making $31 an hour.
Oh damn!
Yeah, so
I mean,
still hated my life though.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's just weird. Like, you know, whenever people are complaining, oh, you know, we need the money to support our family, I'm like, well, then get an actual like these type of jobs like that, like the restaurant industries and stuff like that's supposed to be a stepping stone. Just like, oh, I'm a high school student, I'm just trying to earn a couple extra bucks, you know, for whatever.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
Well, I'm gonna speak generally, like.
Yeah, you're generalizing.
Yeah, like.
Which is.
You know,
incorrect.
And there are some people, you know, that are like, you know, older, you know, have families, and like that's their only, you know, support, whatever. But it's just like, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to make the argument one way or another because there's always gonna be some, like, other information, like, oh, this is the reason why, or this is the situation, things like that. But it's like,
I feel like you should live to your means. In our world, our society now, people are just like glamorized by, you know, Instagram shows you the highlights of everyone's life. Oh, they got those new shoes, those new earrings, that new car, their credit. They're like, oh, my credits. People boast about their credit score and their like line of credit now, which is insane to me.
yeah.
You know, there's like a couple things that I keep private. My relationship, I keep that private. My income, I will keep that private. And my next move, until I'm ready to reveal it, I'll keep that private. And, dude, it's insane that every time I'm, like, looking up I'm subscribed to a ton of, like, fighters and stuff because I'm a massive fan of the UFC, but, dude, it's just, like, promotions on, like, buy this, buy that, and it's, like, we're being conditioned to look at it and I'm like, dude, you know, if I want to look good, I have to wear this fast fashion, I have to purchase this fast fashion. Pants are like $80, but next week they're gonna be worth $4 in a thrift store because the new Yeezys came out, or the new the new whatever brand, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think if you live towards your means, what you are like, what you need, not want.
Yeah.
I think any job will suit you. I remember going on going down this rabbit hole. I was like, I need to make more money so I can get financially stable. That was my whole thing. Had a great friend that's like, hey, dude, it's not about how much money you make. It's how you move your money around. You need to. That's why I became a minimalist, you know. I was like, I'm so sick of going to, like, all these stores and all these malls because I live around 3 fucking malls. So I'm just like, every time I got to go, I got to buy something. I got to get some new shoes. You remember how many shoes I had? It was like 60 pairs.
I know.
Yeah. 60 pairs. And I cut down. I think I have my trail running shoes, which I work out and do everything in them. My 2 pairs of Vans, and 1 pair of boots. I got for Christmas.
Yeah.
So I got 4 pairs of shoes, and ever since getting rid of all that shit, dude, and then living to my standards of what I need, it allowed me to save money to buy new Camry gear, to afford this microphone. You know, I feel, but back to my bad for going on that and getting on that.
No, you're good.
Tangent. I think any job is fine for anyone if they live towards their means. If you have a $3,000 apartment,
yeah,
of course you're working 4 jobs. If you're working like the level of, if you don't have the level of knowledge to achieve something higher than McDonald's or fast food chains, Walmart. You know, that the populace earning, not the step towards it's like, hey, maybe I go to a trade school and get some more education so I can, you know, raise my income and stuff like that. Or how Uber, or, you know, humble yourself. I know some people are just like, dude, I'm not doing Uber. That's for broke people. Or like, that's for people that struggle. I'm like, dude, what? It's just extra income. I'll do that.
Like if I had the opportunity, the only reason why I can't do it is because I have a Texas driver's license, not California. Yeah. And I don't want to go through that process. Like, it's shitty. So I'm just like, you know what? I would like the extra money, but right now I really don't like need it to where I have to do all this extra stuff. But whenever I go back to Texas, oh shit, don't think I won't be an Uber driver.
Yeah, it's extra income.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with like doing that type of stuff. And I like those companies that have it to where like you could just like work for yourself, like Uber, Lyft, and all those other things. Like,
well, we got Uber, Lyft. That what's that one with groceries, man? I actually met this guy.
Postmates, right?
Nah, it's like Instacart or something like
that.
Oh
yeah. There's a bunch of them, but they're not just as public or as known, like, or as popular. Really.
He does it for full time. He says he makes tons of money doing that. And I was like, man, that's crazy. I can't do that because I hate driving. I can barely drive, dude. Like, honestly,
you'd be whipping it.
Yeah, like I have A to B. I gotta get from A to B, and I'm gonna get there. You know. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't enjoy driving. You know, I remember talking to this guy. It was like, I love driving because I love my truck. And I was like, oh, okay. So you think the reason why I hate driving because I don't love my car? It's like, I love my Hippo. Like my Mini Cooper, I love it, but I hate every other fucker on the road.
Yeah, that's true.
God. Yeah. No, I can't do it. Can't do it at all. But yeah, those companies are really cool. There's a guy that recently got out in V1. I forgot his name. But he said he was going to go work for Amazon or something like that. Just delivering packages from Amazon. And I hit him up the other day. And I was just asking him how he's living or whatever. And he's like, dude, I'm doing good. You know, he's going to school. Using his GI Bill. So he's getting E5 EAH here. Collecting unemployment because he is technically unemployed, and doing the thing. So he's making more money outside. I
think, because a lot of issues that a lot of people have whenever they get out of the military is they really don't like have like a set plan, and if they do, like they don't have a backup just in case that doesn't work out for them.
Yeah.
And you know, and it is hard, especially going back to civilian life after you've been in such like routine thing for so many years. You know, it's hard. But, you know, for those people that... Because my goal in life is not necessarily making money, but it's just living, like, a happy life. Like, you know, money is great. Money does buy happiness. It really does sometimes. Like...
I think it does.
I think it does.
I think a lot of people are going to disagree.
Yeah, a lot of people will be like, oh, no, it doesn't. I'm like, well, you know, I've never seen a sad person on a jet ski before, but... You know, like...
Well put.
It's true. Put. But, you know, like, a lot of people, if they have the plan, or, like, they think outside the norm, like, they're just like, oh, you know, I want to work a freaking office job. So, you know what I'm going to do? Create a company where people drive their own cars and make me money.
Man, those Elon Musk people, bro.
Yeah. And
why can't I be one of those? Like,
well, I mean...
Honestly, like, this is how Uber started, right here.
Yeah,
Someone got in a taxi and was like... I can do this.
Yeah.
Wait, why would I want to do this?
Let me pay someone else and get like that percentage
I have GPS
back.
on my phone. Everyone has cars, and majority of people need rides.
Okay. And it's weird because like some people could just like look, see a service that's needed, and then just do it. Like the bikes, the Lime
bikes. Yeah,
that's awesome. Money too.
Well, I don't know if that's doing. Well,
it probably isn't because like the electric scooters, they're starting to like ban them in certain states because there's been so many, and it's just people being stupid. Dude, it's not the company. Yeah, someone died.
Like I think a week ago in El Cajon.
Oh really?
They were just like full blasting it and
Yeah.
biffed on a curve, man, slammed their head.
Yeah. I mean, it's just people being stupid and irresponsible. I mean, I don't really blame the company. They're just like, hey, to, either promote healthier people or just to cut out, like, greenhouse gases. Hey, let's use these modes of transportation to get people from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Because I saw that as a cool thing. I was like, even, like, an everyday person, like, can just, hey, there's a bike here, I just need to get to point A, I really don't feel like driving, I need an exercise, let's just do this.
Yeah, man. I agree, but we also need those forms of removal for the idiots. Too many damn people in this world.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just see the world kind of going to hell.
Nah, man. Well,
like, some people have hope and that's good. It's just like me, like, people have gotten so bad.
Yeah.
Like, with all the issues, and I don't want to get into them, but, like, all the issues coming up of, like, all these things. I don't even want to be specific because I don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah.
And that's the scariest thing, is offending people.
It's not scary at all.
I
You
mean,
shouldn't be scared of that, because I can walk up to a place and be like, boo, and everyone's like, oh, I'm offensive. Like,
yeah,
this
you're offended.
The world is so soft now.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. Like, us growing up, you remember, like, how, like, my mom whooped me. She did. She disciplined me the correct way. Now, if that happens, you know what a little 6-year-old, 7-year-old with an iPhone's gonna do? He's gonna live chat that shit.
Yeah.
And get his mom sent to prison or something.
Yeah.
Because someone else is gonna be putting their nose in that woman's business. I mean, like,
Yeah.
she's abusing that child and whatever. Like, dude, fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
Because there's a difference between discipline and actual abuse. There
Yeah,
is a
of
huge
course.
difference. And it's hard to distinguish that because it's like, oh, well, where do you draw the line between discipline and abuse? I'm like, well, that just depends on the level you're doing it. Like, if I'm spanking my kid, like, it's different if I'm, like, having, like, a whip and, like, just lashing her and shit, other than, just a bare hand spanking stuff.
You can, but you gotta think. Some people that's like, some person that has never been spanked before and they see you just hit a child, they're like, is he, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Is he hurting that child? And,
Yeah.
and then they don't know if the child's being disobedient or whatever. But you know what? How about we talk about that on the next podcast?
Okay,
we
we'll
have to wrap it up. Right?
All right. So, thanks for watching. For those of you listening over SoundCloud, thanks for listening. Please make sure you look at the descriptions for both the SoundCloud information as well as our main YouTube channels. Captions, what you got?
Man, you said it all. I'm gonna see you guys in episode 3. All right.
All right. Deuces.